The movie starts with a big spaceship called Avalon traveling through space. The spaceship is on a long journey to a new planet called Homestead 2. All the people on the spaceship are sleeping in special beds called cryogenic chambers. The spaceship does not have a pilot. Instead, it works automatically with AI and supercomputers, which control everything. One day, the spaceship hits some asteroids. The spaceship shakes, and the lights go out. It seems like there is a problem, but the spaceship is so powerful and advanced that it fixes itself automatically. One of the sleeping chambers suddenly opens, and a passenger named Jim Preston, a mechanical engineer, wakes up. He is confused and looks around, realizing he has woken up 90 years too early. He feels very alone and scared because the spaceship is so big and everyone else is still asleep. Jim tries to talk to the AI computer on the spaceship to find out what happened. The AI tells him that they are still 90 years away from Homestead 2. Feeling lonely, Jim starts exploring the spaceship. Suddenly, he notices another person. He gets excited and runs toward it, only to find out that it is a robot named Arthur. Jim finds a weapon on the spaceship and tries to repair his sleeping chamber. He attempts to cut through the door to fix it, but the chamber is too strong and secure. Jim sits next to the Arthur and starts talking to it. He shares how upset he feels. Jim starts exploring the fun things on the spaceship. One day, Jim accidentally slips and falls near a sleeping chamber. When he looks inside, he sees a girl named Aurora, sleeping in her cryogenic chamber. He is immediately struck by how beautiful she looks. Curious, Jim starts watching her video logs stored in the spaceship's database. Even though he knows it is wrong, Jim begins to think about waking Aurora from her hibernation. When Aurora wakes up, she sees Jim and asks about the other passengers. Jim lied, saying that her sleeping chamber, like his, had been faulty, which was why they had woken up early. Aurora asks Jim how to spend time on the spaceship. Jim encourages her, saying there are plenty of fun things to do, like dancing, swimming, and watching TV. Aurora decides to try dancing, and the two of them start enjoying activities together. Over time, they explore the spaceship, swim in the pool, and even experience a spacewalk outside the ship. On Aurora's birthday, Jim, Aurora, and the robot Arthur throw a small celebration. Jim, wanting to express his feelings, plans to give Aurora a ring and propose to her. However, during the celebration, Arthur unexpectedly reveals the truth, saying Jim woke her up from the chamber. Aurora is shocked and feels betrayed. She distances herself from Jim. The next day, as Jim is in the elevator, it suddenly malfunctions and stops. Jim struggles to get out, trying everything he can. Meanwhile, Aurora attempts to get food from the vending machine, but it malfunctions as well. As they continue to deal with the malfunctions, they hear strange noises. To their shock, the head of their team, Gus Mancuso, wakes up from his cryogenic sleep. He opens the door of the control room and enters, trying to check what is causing all the problems. Gus begins to feel sick and starts to notice blood coming out of his mouth, making him even more alarmed. One night, the lights go out, and as a result, the gravity inside the spaceship is lost, causing everything to float in space. Aurora, who is in the pool at the time, gets trapped in a water bubble and starts to suffocate. Just as she is about to drown, the lights come back on and the spaceship restarts, freeing her from the bubble. As they continue to inspect the spaceship's issues, they realize that the AI system is showing more malfunctions. During inspection, Gus collapses. Upon scanning his body, it is revealed that he is suffering from multiple diseases and he is near death. Before he dies, he gives them his ID and passes away. Suddenly, everything inside the ship starts floating in the air. Arthur becomes unstable and starts hurting itself. Aurora shuts down the system of Arthur to prevent further damage. Aurora and Jim now begin to repair the spaceship using new parts, trying to fix the damage. As they work, they discover that there are many holes in the spaceship, and the entire electricity system is disrupted. The heat inside the spaceship starts to build up, and they know they need to act quickly before the spaceship explodes. They try to release the trapped heat by pulling a lever, but it does not work. The temperature continues to rise, and they are running out of time. Jim decides that the only way to stop the heat is by going outside the spaceship to open the lever manually. As the temperature rises, everything inside the spaceship gets hotter. Jim opens the lever from the outside, but it immediately starts to close again. Jim realizes that he must hold the lever continuously to release the heat, but this is risky. As the heat will pour out, it could kill him, yet he decides to take the risk. Aurora pulls the lever inside, and the heat rushes out, but the force of it makes Jim lose his balance. His foot slips, and he falls. His safety wire becomes detached, leaving him helpless. Aurora puts on a spacesuit and bravely jumps outside. She grabs Jim's safety wire and pulls him back inside the spaceship. Once inside, she places him in the treatment machine, and it starts to treat his injuries. Jim wakes up, and he is finally rescued. In a moment of respect and honor, they dress Gus in a uniform and release his body into space. Jim suggests that Aurora should now sleep in one of the fully functional sleeping chambers to rest, but she refuses to leave him. One day, Jim gathers the courage and proposes to Aurora, and she happily accepts. The Avalon spaceship finally reaches its destination, the Homestead 2 planet. After 90 years, the sleeping chambers of all the crew members are opened, and as they step out, they are amazed by the lush green planet full of trees, plants, flying birds, and a small cabin. A recording of Aurora's story plays, sharing the incredible journey she and Jim had together on the Avalon. And that is a wrap on today's recap. If you liked this video, do not forget to give it a thumbs up, and be sure to subscribe for more fun movie recaps. Hit that bell icon so you never miss out on the latest videos. See you in the next one.